I went to Dubai. It was supposed to be in a show, but I think it was during COVID, and they canceled it when I got there. So I was like, you know what? So
you're stuck in Dubai.
Dubai.
That's so terrible.
Exactly.
Oh no!
So,
oh no!
My sponsor, I can't really tell you where she work at, but she work in a high place. And I called her. I'm like, I need somebody. I want to do a commercial, and she was like, well, I got the right person for you. And she travels too, so she was like, okay, well, I have somebody that's a tour guide. That he's actually a photographer and a videographer. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna do my commercial here.
Nice.
And that's where the G Class Custom came from. My store was, in the making, and I was like, you know what? What a better way to promote it and be in Dubai.
Yeah. So how long were you stuck in Dubai?
I wasn't really stuck there.
I know.
A week, but because of COVID, I only had 72 hours, so I had to just think quick. Okay. It was just like a crazy situation. It was like, because you did your COVID test. Like, I did it twice. When I went to the doctor, they was like, oh, I got my results the next day. And then they was like, oh, it only lasts for 72 hours. And I had to go back again and get it for the 72 hours. So I was only stuck there for 72 hours. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to have to make it work in the 72 hours, which I had a 5-day trip there. So I had to cut it short to 3 days. And I was so mad. Because it was so beautiful. This was
early COVID?
21, 22.
See, it's so crazy now looking back on what they thought COVID was going to be.
Yeah,
Like, only
it was
72
so
hours.
stupid.
You'll be good.
And then I was stuck in the airport for like 2 days, so it was terrible. And I ended up coming back with a fever because I was in the airport for almost 25 hours, and then it's 36 hours to come back. So it was like that cold air and me not being used to being in the cold. Like it was just like, I ended up getting a fever at the airport.
Nah, that's crazy.
Sleeping on the floor for 2 days. It was
crazy.
Terrible.
That's all in one airport, or that was throughout your travels?
No, that was in. It was 2 because you have to stop in. You have to stop somewhere first, and then you have to go some. It was a 2 stop because it's like 16 hours and then 17 hours. It was hell.
Lord.
It was
Living
hell.
a dream.
But it was worth it because my commercial was fire. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like how was that?
It was worth it.
How was that? Like, because you filmed in the commercial in Dubai, so you only had the 72 hours, and so how were you able to
it was so
have the plan for 5 days, and now you compacted down to 3, or to 72 hours? Like you would just.
My sponsor, she made it happen. Like,
yeah.
You can't say where she work. You
That's
can't
like,
say it.
was she there?
No,
like,
she works at my house. Yeah, so she made stuff happen like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
She made a phone call.
Right.
Yeah.
And so everything that you planned to do with over the 5 days, you were able to do it in the small time that you were there.
Hours, yeah.
So it was just nonstop, one location to another location, bang, 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 bang it out.
But the culture is beautiful.
Right.
The culture is beautiful. Like I was in full clothes, and they was like, the stuff you got, you can't wear that here. I'm like, I had short skirts and stuff. I had stuff ready. They was like,
Yeah.
But the outfits that I did have, it made me feel like a queen. It was beautiful, and I was full clothes, but I felt like amazing. Like it was beautiful. Like I had to change in the car. Like I couldn't show them my skin because that culture, you can't show your skin. It's like you could get locked up, and I'm like, okay, we got drones, we got all kind of stuff that we had to do. I had to do stuff from the hotel, and then it's crazy because when we did it on YouTube, they had to cut a lot of my stuff because it's like the air thing. You can't film at a certain type of air, like the height of the air. It was crazy.
So you got footage that legally
you're not allowed to use.
Yeah, so they cut my. I was so mad.
And the clothes that you were exposing in the commercial was. Did you have a plan and then the clothes had to change, or you because of the culture and because of what you're allowed to show and not show in Dubai? So how was that? Like, was that a difficult thing for you to overcome, or was it easy? Like, oh, I could just switch it to this, or was that challenging?
It was challenging, like, cause I had a short skirt walking into the into my car. Right. It was like 2 seconds. It was like, miss.
You
can't do that. You
Starting
can't
off
show them
wrong.
legs, and you thick too, so you can't do that.
It's America, baby.
No, the men was looking at me like they wives was like, hitting them in the head like, you can't be looking at her and stuff. It's so hot, so it's like, you can't be wearing all these clothes. You're sweating bullets. Like it's a desert out here. Like it was crazy. I'm like, oh man, this was crazy.
And so you had to sew and things like that right on the fly,
really
right?
Quick. Like my mask, and it's crazy because the mask that I had on, like when we went traveling around, they was like, you selling that? You have more? I'm like, I wish I could have made 20. I would have made money. Money.
Right. You gotta go
and I did that in
like
not even like 5 minutes. I did the mask, and it was like so many people asked for it, and I'm like, oh man, I could have made a lot of money.
But now experiencing that, has your fashion been influenced, or like what you create been influenced by that, or see a possible potential future project that you can do for yourself in that environment now that pressure, created that, gave you that creation?
Honestly, life happens, and a lot of things push you back. But at some point, I will get back there. Yeah. But right now, I had so much things happen in my life. It's just like I had to take away from designing and all that stuff. So I have to get back to me first. Right. Mm-hmm. A lot of things pushed me back and got me unfocused. Men. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna get back.
We're not all bad. Hold on. Shout out to the good niggas out there. Shout out to the good niggas.
Yeah, but some kind of knocked me, to the side. So I gotta get back.
Nah, that's